Yo, what's up everybody? Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. It is a new year. I'm excited about your future. I'm so glad that you made it to this new year. I'm excited that we're going to have a really good year. We're going to do this together, guys. We're going to have a good year. We're going to make it happen. So hopefully you guys had a good ending and beginning of the year. So today I just kind of wanted to talk about just, things you can use, apps you can use that will help you become a better investor. Now, this is a video that I've actually already made somewhat, but the list was a lot shorter. But through 2019, we've had different companies make different changes, and so I've kind of developed a list. Because see, what I get a lot of times, especially from beginners, is they're always asking like, so what exactly should I use to invest? What should I use to look up things and things like that? So what I want to do is be able to give everybody, just a list of companies that you can look into and research that would be really good for you based on, what it is that you like. So I'm all for, the 2020 affirmations and things like that, but we have to be very intentional on implementing these things that we say we want to do. So if you want to be a better investor, then you're going to have to take some time, research these companies, take a look at them. There's reviews on my channel, there's reviews on YouTube, whatever the case is. But just being able to put yourself in a position that requires action. Because I know you came into the new year like, we're going to make plenty in 2020. But it sounds good all in theory. So what we want to do is we want to start putting, a real plan behind these thoughts and these things. We want to start to really develop a real strong financial and investing life. Now that sounds all good and dandy, but as I said before, it's about taking action. So without further ado, let's get to these apps. Now, the first app company that I think you should use, these are some research companies that will help you to actually research stocks. The first one is YouTube. Now, I know you saw that one coming because you own YouTube right now, but YouTube is a great source for you to get on and search about, investing, things like that. There are several channels in the community that are very well. In fact, the community is growing by leaps and bounds. You're having a lot of people start to create channels and just give information. Now, I'm not someone that believes that one person has the answer for everything. I believe that everyone has the answer for everything because there's an array of different perspectives. And when you get a chance to listen to all the different things that's out there, you'll be able to find something that fits you, because not everybody, starts out with their finances where their mom and dad has a lot of money, or, they've gotten that great job. Some people start where, things are really, really rough and they're trying to figure out how to get out of that rut, or vice versa, whatever the case is. So it's important to watch and look at, other people's perspectives on, finance and investing, and just listen to what they're saying. And then you can research things behind what they're saying, which I encourage you to do. But just being able to get a perspective and get that information, it's all out there. So another one, which is pretty cool if you want to learn more about investing and kind of see what's going on to become a better investor. Now, if you have an iPhone, Apple News. So if you were to go into your app on Apple News, you can actually go and you can follow different subjects. For example, I follow the finance subject. And so this is also a tip for, YouTubers that are making videos about finances too. You can kind of see what's going on, day to day in the finance industry, and get a chance to read and see those things. And you might be able to, see something that can help you become a better investor, or see something that may, just stick out to you, something that you need to, watch yourself personally. So using the news app on your phone, which is pretty good. I'm not too sure what Androids have on theirs, but if they have any thing that's similar to that, then you go in there and you do the same thing. Or if you have the Google app, you can go in there and you can actually denote that you want to follow finances and do those things too. But following the financial news era is definitely going to help you. The next one is Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is dope. A lot of those alerts that I get, sometimes I make these videos about, come from Yahoo Finance. So they actually have this live feature where they do like live news around the stock market and finance and things like that. It's pretty good. And you can download the app right on your phone, or you can go to it right online, and that's Yahoo Finance. Now, another one that's good for research that I recently just did a video on is Webull. I love Webull with all the information that they have. Now, most people know Webull as the company where you can invest, and it's no commission fees and things like that. Now, Webull kind of started out like Yahoo Finance, to where it was actually giving out like a ton of information, to where it was a company where you can go on there, research all types of things. It is phenomenal for research. That's how they actually started, and then they added the brokerage to that. So with Webull, you can look at things like IPOs, indexes, all types of stuff. It's loaded with a lot of information. And I actually have a tutorial on how to use the app because, you know, it's a lot to use. But absolutely great company to use to research. Now, they're also a good company to use to invest. They have a zero commissions trade, brokerage account, as well as, they have the whole thing where you can get your IRA and you can do options trading and things like that. And they're constantly adding on as they go along. Now, another good one is M1 Finance. M1 Finance is dope. M1 Finance provides the type of platform where they call it like, you can create like a pie. So basically you kind of create your own funds. You can put funds in there, you can put stocks in there, and you kind of create your own fund in a sense. And then you can break the fund up based on, how much you would want money to go into. So say like if you had 5 funds in there and you put 20% for each. So if you put $100 in, it's going to break that $100 up based on the percentage. So it would be 20% of that 100 goes here, 20% of that 100 goes there. And so basically, it'd be $20 per stock if it was at 20%. But it's just an example. So basically with M1 Finance, you can create your own fund, which allows you to invest fractionally, and it's definitely a great platform. They have some good features, especially if for like IRA and stuff like that. It's definitely good. Another one to pay attention to and to research if you're looking for a right brokerage is Charles Schwab. Now, Charles Schwab made some huge moves in 2019. I'm talking about huge. Now, one, they bought out TD Ameritrade, which was another huge brokerage, and so they're both kind of the same, where they're like this full-fledged brokerage that they more so cater to people who are a little bit more advanced when it's concern investing, and people are a little bit more older. But they recently made some changes that kind of can capture people who are millennials. They've updated their app, as well as they now have zero commission trades, and as well as this year they'll be doing the fractional share piece, which I love that. So Charles Schwab is a heavy hitter with the moves that they made, and so I'm just looking to see them do even more great things this year, which of course just benefits who? Us. Another one to check out, if you're trying to invest, is Stockpile. Stockpile is also one where you can invest fractionally. Now, I recently just did a video about how you can create a wish list for your kids, and that's what I use Stockpile for, actually. I use that as one of the brokers I use to help invest in my kids' future because of the things they have. So like for Christmas, we send out a wish list to family and friends, and we can keep that wish active, so that if anytime, like it's a birthday, whatever, Christmas, instead of buying our kids toys, because our kids don't need any more toys, and we don't want a whole lot of toys in the house like that because we have enough, then you can invest in their future. And I actually let my kids pick out their own stock, and so if you go on a platform, they have different things that coincide with different companies. Like my daughter, one of the things that she picked that she liked was she saw Apple, which is like the phone I have. She was like, oh, I want that. She saw Disney, she saw Barbie, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And they see that, and then it kind of helps you to kind of communicate with them. So Stockpile is pretty cool. Now they do have a 99-cent fee per trade. It's 99 cents, y'all. I'm not gonna make it that big of a deal. But they do have 99 cents as a commission, but Stockpile is still a good company and a great company to use, especially if you have kids. Now, the next one is SoFi. Now, SoFi is an interesting one. 2019, I heard of SoFi, not knowing that they had been around for a long time. They do a lot of things with school loans and things like that. They've been around for a while, but they decided to add the investing feature in there, and they started to do the fractional share piece. Now, all the ones I'm listing, they do fractional shares. So fractional shares allows you to be able to invest, based off your budget, not based off of the stock price. So if all you have to invest is $10, you can invest $10 in whatever stock it is that you want. And so SoFi allows that. They also have zero commission, as well as they have like a cash account with a pretty good interest rate. As of today, the interest rate is like 1.6, and that's pretty good compared to average banks is like 0.1, 0.03 or something like that. It's just stupid interest rates. But they actually have pretty good features. They have a great debit card that goes along with their cash account, and as well as they have things to help you budget and things like that for free. So SoFi is one to check out as well. Now the next one is Acorn's app. Acorn's app. I always get it wrong. Like, is it an S on it or is it not? Anyways, so Acorns. Now, Acorn has the feature that I love where it's called Round Up. So it's basically like anytime you go in the store and you swipe your card, let's say you buy something for $1.50. So then what it'll do is it'll round it up to $2 and it'll take 50 cents and it'll invest it for you. Now, I love that because it kind of helps you invest without even thinking about it. So if you struggle with investing, that's a good automatic investing way to kind of build your portfolio. It's been around some time. It's pretty good. Starting out, I think it charges like $1 a month, which is absolutely nothing for you. But it definitely has a lot of great features. Another good feature it has is also like you can actually go to the app and you can actually like shop. So let's say if you want to get an Uber, you can get an Uber account through the app. And what happens is, if you would take a trip, or let's say if you were to shop on Amazon through the Acorns app, then what happens is a certain percentage will go back into your investing account. So I think that's cool. It's kind of like cash back, but cash back investing. Now with Acorns, I actually did a video to show you exactly what your money would be going into, because they are based around funds. So you can't buy any individual stocks, but the funds they have are invested in stocks and things like that, based off of, if it's aggressive, you're trying to invest, or you're trying to invest, extremely moderate. And the next one is Wealthfront. Now Wealthfront, they actually have a really good cash account, savings account, whatever you want to call it, to where you can put your money in, and it has pretty good interest rate. Right now their interest rate is like 1.85 or something like that. And so that's a pretty good interest rate for you to be able to, save your money. Now, one of the reasons why I like it is because Wealthfront is not something where it's like they accompany you with like, debit cards and stuff like that. So you can actually save your money, and it's not as easy if it's like you were saving your money, with your regular account. So Wealthfront can be like one of those savings accounts that's like kind of off in the balance, that you can have automatic, money going to automatically, and you're going to get good interest rates on it. And then it's not easily accessible to you, which, some of y'all, you need that. So that will help you not to spend the money that you've been saving. So definitely good. They also have a lot of different features in there if you want to plan for retirement, if you want to plan for, buying a house and things like that. They have those features in there as well, which is the same as Ally Bank, which is similar. Ally Bank also has a good savings account that gives you a great interest rate, as well as you can actually invest in them as well. So it's very similar to Wealthfront in that way, where it has the good interest rates, but it's also like a full-fledged bank where you can actually invest and actually do other things with it as well. So Ally, pretty good, great for saving your money there. Next one is Stash Invest. Now I don't really talk about Stash a lot. Stash is cool. Some people use it. It's not the most popular one. Their platform is a little interesting, but their platform still is functional. So Stash is one that you can actually invest fractional shares. They do have a very, very, very limited amount of stocks you invest in, and then they have their own funds that they have actually created. So you can actually put money in those funds. You can see how those funds are doing, and you'll be able to invest there. So Stash App is one of those where you can invest like $5, $1 into something too, and pretty much, I think they charge like $1 a month or something like that. So it's not expensive at all, but that is something that you can use to invest in. And hopefully in 2020, they'll actually make some upgrades and some changes to their platform so that they can kind of, get back on the map. The next one is Cash App. Cash App has surprised most of us. At the end of the year, most of us got that notification that's like, hey, you want to invest $1? Like, what? Now here's the funny thing with Cash App. I have had more people like not just send me messages, but even come on his YouTube channel to tell me that they've invested money, and they've invested a couple dollars in the Cash App. Main reason is because most people have Cash App anyway. So the fact that now you can go on there and you can invest, people have become very interested. And so it's actually helped a lot of people who know nothing about investing start investing. And I've gotten a slew of messages, a lot of messages, because people come on looking, trying to figure out how to use it, and they find, my channel, because I have like a couple videos about it. And so basically with Cash App, they've done it to where now you can invest $1, it's fractional shares, whatever, $10, $5, whatever you want, and they actually allow you to be able to invest in those companies. So Cash App is actually, something that's now on the list. Never would have thought about it, but these companies will start making some pretty good moves. It's making investing pretty easy for all of us. Now the last one that I wasn't sure I was going to mention, but they recently made some changes, so I'm giving them a chance. And I think they're a pretty good company, and that's Robinhood. Robinhood is like the father of, this whole zero commissions trading and zero commissions thing where you can invest, $0. They came out maybe 6-7 years ago, whatever, and they had this thing where it's like, oh, you can invest, for free. And a lot of people did not believe that because they're so used to investing and paying a fee. But they came along, They've captured a lot of millennials. They have a ton of customers. And so Robinhood has recently, at the end of the year, they made some changes. They decided that they were going to do a cash account again. So we were already, waiting for that like the second time. And then they said we're going to do fractional shares. Then they also said, hey, we're actually going to make it so that you can, reinvest your dividends, which is, pretty cool, which is called DRIP. So Robinhood is another company that you can look into. I saved them last because Robinhood is kind of, they have been the father of this, like zero commissions fees, for investment companies, but they've also kind of been like almost like a deadbeat dad type of father, because it was for a while they kind of like just took a back seat, and everybody was wondering like where they at, like what happened, it's like so it's kind of good to see that they actually made some changes. And so in 2020 I am hoping to see that they pull all those changes through, which is going to benefit their current customers that they already have. And it's going, like I said, it just makes it really good for us and makes it very easy for anyone. So like these companies that I listed, they're all, very inexpensive to use. Most of them you can trade for zero. I think it's only like 2 or 3 of them that whereas like, you could actually have to pay anything, but it's very minimal, nothing that's going to break the bank at all. But yeah, take a look and research these companies. So if you're trying to figure out what you want to use in 2020, here you go. Now, a lot of these are good. Doesn't mean you use them all. You don't need to use them all. Just start with, one. If you have to, start with 2. But if you're a beginner, you just need to pick one good company. Do your research, see how it works with you, how you feel about it, and just take a look. And feel free to look on this channel. I have reviews of just about most of the popular brokerages on this channel, where you can kind of see how to use them. So there you go. What can you use to invest? What are some things you can do to help yourself become a better investor? It's going to take you some time, but these are some apps and things that you can use. So take a look, be able to find, the thing that suits you, that's going to fit you, and let's get it going. So, all right, guys, my eyes are starting to get cross-eyed. I have no clue of how long I've been talking, going through this very, very long list of companies, but I want to do this as the first video of the year to try to help those beginners, those that are beginning to invest and things like that, so they can kind of start to, get that out the way now and start to research those things now. All right, so thanks guys for coming to the channel. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe and send it to somebody else that you can help them. Look, if you got a cousin in them or mom in them, and they trying to learn how to invest and they don't know what to use or what to what to sign up for so they can start investing, send them this video so they can research these companies that I guarantee you they're going to work out pretty good for most people that use it. All right, peeps, so 2020, let's get it going. I'm excited. Let's make it happen. See you guys in the next video. Peace.